Conventional casters are everywhere. Heavy-duty casters are in every application where durability and reliability are critical. Hamilton Caster designs and manufactures heavy-duty casters, the toughest on the planet. They also build massive casters, like the 100,000-pound capacity Colossus Caster. This is a behind-the-scenes look at creating the Colossus. The Colossus project is in Hamilton's sweet spot. It's a massive project for a federal contractor that takes advantage of Hamilton Caster's expertise in heavy material handling. It's backed by more than a century of experience in automotive, aerospace, defense, and heavy manufacturing industries.
Our core competencies are heavy industrial casters and custom engineered products like Colossus here.
The Colossus was designed in-house by Hamilton's team of engineers.
This caster was a challenge because we were given a very specific requirement, and also it was supposed to hold this tremendous amount of weight.
It required 4 massive swivel Colossus casters, an integrated towing system for steering, and a foot-operated braking system. Each caster required a dynamic load capacity of 100,000 pounds, spring-loaded suspension system to absorb shock, an 8-position swivel lock for directional control, an oscillating axle for uneven floors, and extreme-duty press-on tires to support the heavy load. Together, the 4 casters required a total payload capacity of 400,000 pounds. That's 200 tons.
When we do a large project like the Colossus, well, first we want to make sure that all involved understand how it's made. And then upon understanding that, then it's making a guideline or a schedule to who does what and when, so that it all works together to ship it on time.
Beyond planning, everything about this job is colossal.
A project this size, the main challenges were the sheer size of each component, putting it together, making sure everything went together great.
Compared to typical components, everything is considerably larger in scale. The springs, the tapered bearings, even the bearing balls are larger.
It's a very heavy structure that we can't use just by hand, so we had to use a 25, 30-ton crane, 6,000-pound forklift, 3/8 chains.
That's why they call it the Colossus. The manufacturing phase begins with machining the largest components. A CNC milling machine cuts 18-inch and 32-inch diameter raceways into the mounting plate. To increase wear resistance, the raceways are flame hardened to 55 to 60 Rockwell C. The articulating 7-inch diameter axle, the spring pins, and the spring block are machined on a CNC lathe. The towing system components are designed and manufactured from plate and tubular steel weldments. And finally, a durable 2-part epoxy paint is applied for corrosion resistance. The assembly process begins with the mounting plate inverted. High-temp lubrication is applied. Next, the bearing balls are placed into the 2 raceways, allowing space for ball movement. A neoprene O-ring is inserted around the edge to provide a seal, and the mating ring is lowered into place. Next, the tapered thrust bearing is installed. To insert the spring pins into the spring block, the team uses dry ice. The dry ice contracts the steel up to 0.003 of an inch, which is just enough for the spring pins to slide into the block. After the spring block assembly is mounted, the large springs are placed over the pins. Next, the axle assembly is positioned over the pins in the spring assembly and lowered into place. Installing the 36-inch diameter wheels completes the assembly process. Even with the 1,400-pound wheels in place, the axle easily articulates. Once fully assembled, the legendary Colossus is 52 inches tall and weighs over 8,000 pounds.
This is what Hamilton Caster does, and this is what they do best. They're the best out there as far as this heavy-duty custom products go, and we really needed that for this particular project, and they really came through in a big way.
To learn more about the Colossus or other custom-engineered products, turn to the people, technology, and expertise of Hamilton Caster.